Here is an application question to understand bearing angle. A very simple problem has been taken to give you an idea. You can follow my playlist and practice with more examples to master the strategy. See how our grade 8 students are doing grade 11 math. I am Anil Kumar. Welcome to my YouTube channel and the website Global Math Institute. In case you want to learn directly from me, feel free to send an email on globalmathinstitute@gmail.com. We start with basics and give you practice to master strategies. Here we're talking about bearing angle, and the playlist has hundreds of examples for you to practice. Most of them are the problems which have appeared in past test papers. The question here is: a ship sails north from port A in a strong wind and arrives at a point B, that is 40 kilometers east and 30 kilometers north of its original location. Part A: find the bearing of B from A. Find the bearing of A from B. So that's a very basic question, but gives you a clear idea of what is a bearing angle and how do we work with questions related to that. So begin with sketching. A ship A sails north from port A. Let's say at the origin we have port A. A strong wind and arrives at a point B that is 40 kilometers east and 30 north. So let's say this is 40 kilometers east and 30 north. Okay, so that becomes the location B for us. Now the question is to find bearing of B from A. So what does that mean? Bearing angle is the angle from north clockwise. So that is the angle which we are interested in finding. Okay, so that's the angle which we are interested in finding. What we can do here is if I drop a perpendicular, we know that let's say this angle is alpha. In that case, we know what is tan alpha equals to. Tan alpha will be 30 over 40, right? Opposite over adjacent side. Or you can simplify this and write as 3 over 4. So that gives you the measurement of angle alpha. So that gives you alpha as tan inverse of 3 over 4. Perfect. Use calculator. Let's find this angle in degrees. So we need to find tan inverse of 3 over 4. So shift tan, so you get tan inverse of 3 over 4 gives you 36.86. So I'm rounding this to 36.9 degrees. So 36.9 degrees is with the horizontal. So what is the bearing of B from A? Bearing of B from A is the angle from north measured clockwise, right? So from north, this is the angle, right? So that has to be 90 minus alpha. That is going to be 90 degrees minus alpha, which is 36.9 degrees. Makes sense? Correct? So we'll take away this angle from 90 degrees. So we get 53.1 degrees, right? So the bearing angle is 53.1 degrees. However, remember, whenever you write bearing angle, we have to write three positions. So the answer will be 053.1 degrees. So that becomes the bearing angle from bearing angle of B from A. Makes sense, correct? Now, let's do the second part, right? So, which is find the bearing of A from B. Okay, so let's do the second part, which is how do we find the bearing of A from B? So let's get back to our sketch. So that was the drawing. Now we'll sketch another coordinate plane at B itself. So this is our point B, right? Bearing angle from B to A is going to be that one. So now we are trying to find solution for bearing of A from B. Try to understand the difference. So going clockwise from north, do you see that? North clockwise. That is how we have to go. Now, we already found one angle, correct? Which is, we found this angle, which is 53.1, correct? Clear? You can see that 53.1 is also the alternate angle here. So the total angle should be how much? It should be 180 plus 53.1, correct? So bearing from of A from B is 180 degrees plus 53.1. You get it, right? So 53.1 should be added to 180 degrees to find the angle which is from B to A. So that is 233.1 degrees. Does make sense? So remember one thing, if the bearing angle is beta from A to B, then beta plus 180 will be the bearing angle from B to A. Makes sense, right? So that's how we have to do it. I hope that gives you the basic concept of calculating the bearing angle. We have many word problems where we are going to use sine law, cosine law, and more complications to find the bearing angle in 3D cases. Go to our playlist to master the strategies. I hope you understand and appreciate the concept. Feel free to write your comments and share your views. Thanks for your valuable time and all the best.